Around the world, there are men whose lives and appearances defy everything we consider normal. From extraordinary medical conditions to jaw-dropping physical features and unbelievable transformations, these individuals challenge our understanding of the human body and spirit. Some inspire admiration, others spark curiosity, but all of them prove one thing: being unusual can make you unforgettable. Get ready, because today we're counting down the 10 most unusual men in the world. Are you new in this video? Click subscribe and hit notification bell. So let's get started. This is Nasib Dahir Abdi, a Somali police officer who suffered critical injuries in a car bomb explosion in Mogadishu. On June 11, 2023, an improvised explosive device attached to his vehicle detonated at the busy Zubi intersection, a location that has seen multiple attacks in recent years. The blast destroyed his car and left Officer Abdi in critical condition. While detailed reports about his recovery remain limited, it has been said that he endured life-altering brain injuries. Cases like his demonstrate the incredible adaptability of the human brain. Through a process called neuroplasticity, the brain can reorganize itself, allowing patients to regain abilities even after devastating trauma. Officer Abdi's story is not just about survival, but about resilience, a reminder of the dangers faced daily by security personnel in conflict zones, and the remarkable strength of the human spirit. Valdir Segato was a man who wanted to be remembered, not for his strength, but for his size. Born and raised in Brazil, Valdir became known worldwide as the Brazilian Hulk for his massive, cartoonish upper body. But what shocked people most was that his muscles weren't built in the gym. They were artificially inflated using synthol, a dangerous oil that puffs up muscles without adding any real strength. Valdir's obsession with size began in his early 20s. After struggling with drug addiction and losing weight, he became determined to reinvent himself. He started working out, but eventually turned to synthol for quicker, more dramatic results. The transformation was extreme. His biceps reportedly reached 23 inches, giving him a physique that looked more like a comic book character than a real person. Despite constant warnings from doctors, who told him he was risking infections, nerve damage, and even death, Valdir continued injecting. He said he wanted to be famous, admired, and unique, even if it meant risking his life. His appearance shocked people both online and in real life, turning him into a viral figure. Some saw him as inspirational, others saw him as a cautionary tale. Tragically, in July 2022, Valdir passed away on his 55th birthday after complaining of shortness of breath. While the exact cause of death was not confirmed to be synthol-related, many believe his years of abuse took a toll on his body. Valdir Segato's story is a haunting example of how far the desire for fame and recognition can push someone. In the end, he became famous, but at a heartbreaking cost. Mustafa Ismail, an Egyptian-born bodybuilder living in the United States, gained global fame for a record that stunned the world. He holds the Guinness World Record for the largest upper arm muscles ever recorded. With biceps measuring an astonishing 31 inches, Mustafa was nicknamed the real-life Popeye. But his rise to fame wasn't without controversy. Unlike others who used oils like synthol, Mustafa insists that his arms are completely natural. He claims his massive size comes from years of strict training, a high-protein diet, and dedicated bodybuilding, not artificial enhancement. His workout regimen reportedly included 2 sessions per day and consuming over 3 pounds of chicken, 2 pounds of steak, and a gallon of water daily. However, many critics and doctors expressed doubts. Photos of his physique showed biceps that were extremely large in proportion to the rest of his body, leading some to speculate that synthol or other enhancers might have played a role. But Mustafa stood firm. He even underwent ultrasound scans and x-rays, which he claimed showed no signs of oil or implants, although Guinness later removed the category due to growing concerns over artificial enhancements. Fame brought both admiration and ridicule. While some praised his dedication, others mocked his look and accused him of chasing clout. But for Mustafa, the attention never seemed to matter. His goal was always clear: to stand out, to be remembered, and to push his body beyond what most thought possible. Mustafa Ismail remains a controversial figure in the world of bodybuilding, celebrated by some, questioned by others. But one thing is certain: his name and his arms left a mark that won't be forgotten anytime soon. Prahlad, also known as Mataji, was an Indian mystic who captivated the world with his extraordinary claim to have lived for over 70 years without any food or water. He stated that a blessing from a Hindu goddess at the age of 11 allowed him to sustain himself without nourishment or even needing to use the bathroom. This remarkable assertion drew widespread attention and considerable skepticism. However, his claims led to scientific investigation. In both 2003 and 2010, Prahlad was placed under strict surveillance by Indian doctors in hospital settings for periods of up to 15 days. During these observations, he was continuously monitored and reportedly showed no signs of dehydration, significant weight loss, or organ failure, baffling the medical community. While the scientific community largely remained skeptical, unable to explain the phenomenon through known biological laws, Prahlad case challenged conventional understanding of human capabilities. He passed away in 2020 at the age of 90, leaving behind a legacy as a symbol of the unexplained and a unique medical mystery. Meet Jyoti Raju, a man from India who climbs walls like a real-life Spider-Man, or more accurately, a monkey. Known as India's Monkey Man, Jyoti has become famous for his jaw-dropping ability to scale tall forts, cliffs, and vertical walls without any ropes or safety gear, just his bare hands, feet, and monkey-like agility. Originally from Karnataka, Jyoti's journey is just as inspiring as his talent. He once struggled with depression and even considered ending his life. But everything changed when he visited Chitradurga Fort, a massive stone fortress built into rocky cliffs. There, he discovered a new purpose: climbing. He began mimicking the movements of monkeys and realized he had a natural gift. He trained himself relentlessly, developing incredible strength, balance, and body control. Today, he can leap, flip, and scale vertical stone walls with ease, sometimes even hanging upside down just for fun. What's truly amazing is that Jyoti Raju never had formal training. He taught himself by observing nature and testing his own limits. Tourists gather in awe as he performs gravity-defying stunts on ancient walls that rise dozens of feet above the ground. He's not just climbing, he's dancing with danger. Now, Jyoti uses his skills to inspire others and train youth in climbing and fitness. From a man battling despair to becoming a national sensation, Jyoti Raju's story is proof that passion and perseverance can turn pain into purpose. They call him Monkey Man, but he's really a symbol of strength, resilience, and the wild potential hidden in every human being. Imagine waking up from a coma and suddenly being able to speak fluent French without ever learning it. That's exactly what happened to Rory Curtis, a young footballer from the UK whose life took a wild turn after a serious car accident. In 2012, Rory was just 25 years old, full of dreams and training to become a professional footballer. But one rainy afternoon, he was involved in a horrifying 6-car pileup on the M42 motorway. The accident left him with multiple injuries and a severe brain hemorrhage. He was rushed to the hospital and placed in a medically induced coma. After 6 days, Rory woke up. But something was shockingly different. He began speaking fluent French, a language he hadn't studied since high school. Doctors and his family were stunned. Even more bizarre, Rory believed he was the Hollywood actor Matthew McConaughey for a short time after waking up. He later recalled looking in the mirror and thinking, "Why am I in someone else's body?" Doctors believe his brain injury triggered access to long dormant areas of memory, possibly unlocking his high school level French with unusual clarity. It's a rare and mysterious phenomenon known as foreign language syndrome. Though his French fluency faded over time, the incident changed Rory's life forever. He eventually recovered fully and decided to leave his football career behind to become a barber, choosing a calmer, more grounded life after facing death. Rory Curtis's story remains one of the most fascinating real-life examples of how trauma can sometimes unlock hidden abilities buried deep in the human brain. Zhang Yilong is a Chinese kung fu performer known worldwide for a bizarre but mesmerizing talent. He inhales water through his nose and shoots it out of his eye. Yes, really, this strange skill has stunned live audiences and doctors alike, earning him the nickname Eye Water Gun Master. The science behind it? It all comes down to a small anatomical passage called the nasolacrimal duct, which normally carries tears from your eyes into your nose. But Zhang has done the reverse. Through years of breathing control and pressure training, he mastered the ability to reverse the flow, forcing water from his sinuses back up through his eye socket. In some performances, Zhang uses this ability to spray water like a fountain out of one eye, even targeting objects with remarkable accuracy. It's a strange mixture of biology, martial arts discipline, and performance art. Doctors have confirmed that this feat is technically possible, but extremely rare, and only achievable through extreme facial control and breath pressure training. Zhang's performances have gone viral on platforms like Weibo and YouTube, especially after being featured in South China Morning Post and other news outlets. Meet Kirill Tereshin, a man who went viral for his unbelievable and bizarre transformation, earning him the nickname Popeye because of his freakishly large arms. Hailing from Russia and a former soldier, Kirill rose to internet fame after injecting synthol, a sight-enhancing oil, directly into his biceps in an attempt to achieve massive muscles without putting in the years of gym training. At first, the stunt was all about attention. He gained hundreds of thousands of followers online, posted shirtless selfies, and even entered the world of MMA, despite having little fighting experience. But what started as a social media gimmick quickly turned dangerous. His arms swelled to unnatural proportions, causing severe health complications. Doctors warned him that the tissue in his arms could rot, and amputation was a real risk. Despite these warnings, Kirill continued to chase clout, appearing on talk shows and leaning into his bizarre persona. But eventually, reality caught up. In 2021, he underwent multiple surgeries to remove the damaged tissue and avoid permanent disability. He admitted that he regretted his decisions and warned others not to follow in his footsteps. Kirill's story is more than just shock value. It's a cautionary tale about the extremes people will go to for fame, identity, and validation in the social media era. What he thought would make him stronger nearly destroyed his body and his life. In the heart of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, two brothers embarked on a perilous journey to achieve extraordinary physiques. Tony Hulk Geraldo and Alvaro Conan Pereira became infamous for their massive biceps, which they enhanced not through traditional bodybuilding but by injecting dangerous substances into their muscles. Their obsession began in their teenage years. Alvaro started injecting a veterinary anabolic called Potin B12 at just 15, with Tony following suit at 18. They believed their naturally slim frames were inadequate and sought rapid transformation. The brothers administered these injections twice a week, aiming for biceps measuring up to 28 inches. Despite warnings from medical professionals about the risks, including infections, nerve damage, and potential amputation, they persisted. Their daily routines were equally extreme. Consuming up to 6,000 calories, they favored meals like 12 bananas and 6 egg whites before workouts. While they claimed to have their regimen under control, the physical toll was evident. Tony's dedication strained his personal life. His wife of 27 years disapproved of his practices, leading to tensions at home. Tony stood firm, stating, "She has to accept me like I am, or we will have to go our separate ways." Alvaro, on the other hand, found support from his family, including his wife and 7 children. He often cautioned Tony about the dangers, emphasizing the need for caution. Their story serves as a stark reminder of the lengths individuals might go to achieve their ideal body image, highlighting the potential consequences of such extreme measures. Makey Alante Lucky is a U.S.-born model and influencer, originally from Raleigh, North Carolina, now in his late 20s, celebrated for his striking appearance and signature heterochromia, one blue eye, one brown. His journey to fame kicked off in April 2016, when, at age 20, Makey was arrested for speeding and driving a stolen vehicle. His mugshot went viral online, earning him the nickname Prison BAE, as the photo captivated social media users. That viral moment changed everything. Despite facing a brief series of legal issues, including claims of parole violations, his arrest photo caught the eye of St. Clair Modeling Agency. They quickly signed him, launching his career in fashion. Since then, Makey has walked prestigious runways and graced editorials for high-end fashion brands like Louis Vuitton, Helmut Lang, Philippe Plein, and Laquan Smith. His rare eye colors, strong bone structure, and confident presence helped him stand out in a competitive industry. More than just good looks, Makey's story speaks of transformation. Raised by his grandmother and godmother, he became a father and leaned into modeling as a fresh start, turning a viral moment into a platform and livelihood. Today, Makey has built a significant following of over 120,000 on Instagram and tens of thousands on TikTok, where he shares artistic shoots, lifestyle content, and a candid glimpse into his life balancing fame with fatherhood. In summary, Makey Alante Lucky's rise from viral mugshot to fashion model is a story of resilience and reinvention. His path shows how a single moment, captured and reshared, can open unexpected doors, forever changing a life. Ralph Souffrant is a Haitian-American model whose unforgettable look, bright red hair, deep brown skin, and a face covered in freckles, has turned heads and challenged the fashion world's standards of beauty. Born in Haiti in 1995, Ralph moved to Brooklyn, New York at the age of 9. Growing up, his freckles made him a target for bullying. People called him names, questioned his appearance, and made him feel like he didn't belong. But instead of hiding, Ralph used the pain to build power. He once said, "I've been bullied, but I refuse to be broken." Everything changed when he was discovered at an open casting call in New York City. Out of over 1,000 hopefuls, Ralph was chosen to walk in Kanye West's Yeezy Season 3 show in Madison Square Garden. That moment launched his modeling career almost overnight. Since then, Ralph has appeared in campaigns for global brands like Fendi, Adidas, H&M, Diesel, and even Beyoncé's Ivy Park, where he became the first male model featured in the line. He's also walked runways for Tommy Hilfiger, Fendi, and been featured in top magazines like Vogue, GQ, ID, and Numero. But Ralph is more than a model. He's a message. He advocates for representation, authenticity, and embracing what makes you different. He often says that freckles, like people, are never the same. They're specific to you and you alone. Today, Ralph has over 100,000 followers on Instagram, where he continues to inspire people to be proud of their uniqueness. His journey from bullied child to global fashion model proves that what makes you different is exactly what makes you powerful. Let's talk about Ronnie Coleman, 8-time Mr. Olympia, a man who redefined the limits of size and strength in bodybuilding. Ronnie was a force of nature, a genetic freak who seemed to defy the laws of physics. He wasn't just big, he was unbelievably strong. We're talking about a man who could squat 800 pounds for reps, deadlift over 800 pounds, and bench press well over 500 pounds. This guy was a walking powerhouse. But Ronnie wasn't just about brute strength. He had an incredible work ethic and a relentless drive to be the best. He trained with an intensity that was unmatched, pushing himself to the absolute limit every single workout. His motto, "Yeah, buddy, lightweight baby," became legendary in the gym, a testament to his unwavering commitment to pushing beyond his limits. Ronnie's physique was a sight to behold. Massive, symmetrical, and ripped to shreds, he possessed a combination of size and conditioning that was simply unheard of at the time. He dominated the Mr. Olympia stage for 8 consecutive years, a feat that solidified his place as one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time. But Ronnie's impact extended far beyond the competition stage. He inspired a generation of lifters with his incredible physique, his infectious enthusiasm, and his unwavering dedication to the sport. He showed the world what it meant to be the king, and his legacy continues to inspire bodybuilders and fitness enthusiasts to this day. Remember, it's not just about the size of the weights you lift, it's about the size of the dreams you chase. And Ronnie Coleman chased his dreams with everything he had, becoming a true icon in the process. His journey from a police officer to a bodybuilding legend is nothing short of inspirational. He balanced his career in law enforcement while training rigorously, showing that dedication and hard work can lead to greatness. Ronnie's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and passion. He didn't just lift weights, he lifted the spirits of everyone around him. His infectious energy and positive attitude made him a beloved figure in the fitness community. Even after facing numerous injuries and surgeries, Ronnie's spirit remains unbroken. He continues to inspire, proving that true strength lies not just in muscles, but in the heart. Ronnie Coleman is more than a bodybuilder. He is a symbol of resilience, determination, and the relentless pursuit of excellence. Lance Brieschke, famously known as Larry the Leopard, was a tattoo artist who became a living artwork by covering nearly his entire body in leopard spots, striving to embody the half-man, half-big cat aesthetic. His transformation began around age 20, driven by a profound desire to challenge societal norms about self-expression. Over the years, he tattooed his face, and even contemplated inking his eyelids in intimate areas to fully commit to his feline persona. This bold choice had consequences. His parents were initially distant and upset, withdrawing from the relationship for about a decade before reconciliation. Meanwhile, Larry attracted both fascination and stigma. Some denied him service in restaurants, and he was sometimes accused of looking like the devil, a testament to how polarizing his appearance was. Tragically, Larry passed away on November 28, 2018, reportedly from brain swelling at age 47. Leaving behind a young son named Zoom and a legacy of radical artistic courage. Toko, often referred to as the human dog or human collie, is a Japanese man who spent roughly 2 million yen, about 14,000 US dollars, on a hyper-realistic collie costume crafted by Zeppet, a Japanese company known for film-quality models and props. The suit took approximately 40 days to create and weighs around 4 kilograms. From a young age, Toko dreamed of becoming an animal, so much so that he once wrote in his graduation book that he wanted to be a dog. Now he brings that dream to life as he emulates dog-like behavior. He walks on all fours, plays fetch, rolls around, and even goes for outings, delighting and bewildering onlookers alike. He shares his journey on his YouTube channel, I Want to Be an Animal, amassing tens of thousands of subscribers and millions of views. In one viral video, he was even spotted interacting playfully with another human in a husky suit, calling it his dog best friend. Despite the novelty and joy, Toko's venture hasn't been without its challenges. Dog trainers have criticized his agility, especially his jumping technique, and many have found moving on all fours physically difficult. Still, Toko says the excitement and fun he derives far outweigh any discomfort. Expanding his passion to others, Toko launched the Toko Zoo in Saitama Prefecture, an experience where people can rent human-sized Alaskan Malamute costumes, complete with wagging tail and movable mouth, to live out their animal fantasies for about 49,000 yen, US 300 per session. Eric Jonathan Ducharme, born June 23, 1990, is an American artist, entrepreneur, and merman aficionado known as the Mertailor. From the age of 3, he was entranced by mermaids after visiting Weeki Wachee Springs State Park. By 6, he'd begun creating makeshift mermaid tails from plastic bags glued together, and even started drawing mermaid portraits for fun. He turned that childhood fascination into a thriving career. By age 9, a former mermaid performer recommended him for his first client order. And by 15, he launched his website to sell custom mermaid tails. At 16, he performed underwater as a prince in Weeki Wachee's production of The Little Mermaid. Now based in Florida, he runs the Mertailor, where he handcrafts and sells realistic swimmable mermaid and merman tails. His creations have featured in TV shows like SNL and The Glades, a Flo Rida music video, and even Germany's Next Top Model. In 2023, he was prominently featured in the Netflix documentary series Mer People. Meet Eric Sprague, better known as the Lizard Man, a philosophy major turned performance artist who fully transformed his body into a lizard-like creature through years of intense modification. Born on June 12, 1972 in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, he began his metamorphosis after completing his undergraduate degree in philosophy at Hartwick College, and while pursuing doctoral studies at the University at Albany. Sprague's transformation began in the mid-1990s, driven by his exploration of what it means to be human. He spent over 700 hours tattooing green scales across his body, bifurcated his tongue, filed his teeth to points, and added subdermal implants, fully embracing his reptilian persona. Known as essentially a living photo op, Sprague is a master entertainer, performing a wild variety of sideshow acts, from sword-swallowing and fire-breathing to human blockhead stunts and flesh-hook suspension. He's also appeared in Ripley's Believe It or Not, toured with the Jim Rose Circus, hosted the Jägermeister Music Tour, and created music with his band Lizard Skynyrd. Now based in Austin, Texas, Sprague lives with his wife Megan and their ferrets. He continues touring internationally, challenging the boundaries of body modification and asking audiences to broaden their definitions of humanity through his living art piece. Sain Mumtaz is a 22-year-old man from Pakistan who has been battling Proteus syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that causes abnormal growth of tissues in various parts of the body. This condition has led to serious physical disfigurements, causing his head, hands, and feet to grow uncontrollably. While most people's body parts stop growing after reaching adulthood, Sain's body parts, particularly in the affected areas, continue to enlarge. Proteus syndrome is incredibly rare, with only a few cases documented worldwide. For Sain, this condition has not only caused significant physical challenges, but also emotional and social struggles. The abnormal growth has made it difficult for him to lead a normal life. He's faced severe isolation and discrimination, and the disfigurements have prevented him from forming relationships or finding love, something he desperately desires. Despite enduring these difficulties, Sain is hopeful. He's actively seeking treatment and medical solutions to address the symptoms of his condition. However, Proteus syndrome is notoriously difficult to treat due to its unpredictable nature. There is currently no definitive cure, and most treatments focus on managing symptoms, like surgeries to remove excess tissue and alleviate pain. Sain's story highlights the resilience of individuals living with rare and challenging conditions, as well as the need for greater awareness and support for those affected. His courage in facing both the physical and emotional challenges of Proteus syndrome has inspired many, and he continues to search for hope in the form of medical advancements that could offer a better future. And there you have it. 10 men whose lives and appearances prove just how diverse and astonishing the human experience can be. From unbelievable conditions to rare traits, their stories remind us that being different is not a weakness. It's what makes us extraordinary. Which of these unusual men surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable stories from around the world. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of humanity.